We've done the one-line story template. Now let's move on to the next page. And here you'll see the short story template, and it's optional. I have to have the one-line template, but I don't have to have the short story. And you can see I have more space here for the story. It starts with actor, and the actor has to be in the title if the title exists. Notice the title is optional. The template body, if you have a short story template, you must have the body if you have. That's what defines a short story template existing. But in the title, actor has to be the beginning. And what happens is that up here, the template can have the actor token, and it can have other tokens in it, tokens that you can define, such as target. And the target is the group of people to whom the action is done. So actor sent a message to target. But you can create your own targets there. And you create a target very simply by typing in I'll take out this version. I can type in I'll put in a token here, pointed bracket, asterisk, my token, closing asterisk, closing pointed bracket. And down here in the sample template data, what I will do is to create the replacement for my token. And I'm going to start again with pointed brackets, but now I'm going to use quotes. My token, close quote, colon, close quote, pointed brackets. And I'm going to update the preview. And you'll see that the template was this is A and then my token. And down here I put in this is my data. So I get this is A and this is my data. The combination of the text in the template and the replacement value for the token that I've defined in the template. Now this has several consequences that you have to think about. The most important one is that while Facebook is replacing the actor token, which it defined, with the name of the person running the app, what you have to remember is that you've defined a token called my token or whatever you want to call it, and at runtime, at the moment when you are going to be generating this newsfeed item, you have to have the data that you can fill in. So in other words, this code will be inside your app. And normally you will hard code the name of the token, so this is going to have to match what you've put up here in the template. But this section, the replacement value for that data, is going to normally be done at runtime, and it will probably not be a constant string. It will be some piece of information that you have at that moment, probably stored in a variable. So when you are constructing your template and putting tokens in it, you have to look forward and think about where in your code you are going to be creating this newsfeed item and what data will you have available at that point. So that really limits what you can put into a token. But it's really not very hard to do. And you'll see when we get into the sample app that it's quite simple and you don't have to worry about it. So you've seen the one-line story, you've seen the short story template. Now let's go on to the next, and here is an action link, also optional. And notice what's happening over here. This is the one-line story template. This is the short story template. And up here, next to the one-line story template, I have the action link. So I could say, this is the default value, visit feed console. I could say try it out. And come over here and update the preview. And the text has changed. I can put in another URL and that will be replaced here. So what you're doing is it will show up in your news feed and your friends' news feeds, again, depending on privacy settings and their choices. But you have, if the one-line story template is there, then you have the option to put an action link next to it so people can jump right in and do something. Then you go on to the next page, and you can review anything you want here, and you can register the template bundle. You've got the one-line story template, you may have a short story template, you may have an action link, and you register the bundle. And this is very important. This is the number that you are going to need to use, because when it comes time to run your app needs to have this number so that it can provide the data to this template for the newsfeed item.